think we'd all be in trouble. All right, good people, welcome to the Monday Mandate. Today we're going to be talking about setting, resetting, setting, and realigning yourself with your monthly goals so that this year is the year when you actually achieve the goals that you have set for yourself. Okay? We're not leaving this year without getting what we came for. All of us. We are not leaving this year unless we get what we came for. So the first question that I have is, what is the goal that you had set for yourself at the beginning of the year versus what you did last month? What one thing were you able to achieve last month that really aligns with the overall goal that you had? And then Pumza lift up her hand to say, okay, Shab, I'll say what it was. Pumza, please fill us in. What was it that you wanted to achieve this year, and what did you manage to do last month?
Dumelang, I can't type. So my goal for the year was to actually set myself up in terms of content and be consistent with my content. So I finally decided to spend the money and invest on recording content days at the club. And
Yay.
from my last strategy meeting, I have now started going live on my TikTok because I can't go live on Instagram. And that's what I'll continue doing now from this week consistently now. That's what I'm up to.
Nice. You're in the internet. You are available. People can see you. You've got the visibility that you wanted to get this year. Well done, Pumza. Well done. So there we go. We've got some goals. So Kitty said, we increased our prices from 1,500 to double 3,000 Rand. We love it. Double, 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 double. Double, double. We love it. And then Zano says that goal, open a laundry business, achieve, started my business, and actually showed up consistently. I had a person who's actually starting today. Halala. What? Why are we quiet? Why did it take so long for you guys to share that? That's amazing. Yay! We love this. We love this. This is the type of behavior that we need. See, if we do this once a month at the beginning of the month, we're just going to be having a party by the end of the year. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand where I'm going with this? Okay, so let's get into today's session. Today's session is literally 20 minutes in and out, and I want you to be able to do this 5 minutes at the beginning of every month. Do not take the beginning of the month lightly, because the beginning of the month is the door to new opportunities. It is the first 3 days of the month are the time when you need to sit down. You need to look at the goals that you had set for yourself for the year. Then you need to look at your performance from the month before and objectively compare the two and say, is my results from last month getting me closer to what I wanted to achieve this year? And if the answer is no, you then need to ask yourself, what do I need to do to close this gap? In these next 30 days, what is it that I'm going to do to close this gap? Many of us move from one month to the other without doing this, without pausing, taking a step back, and then having an overview of what is actually happening in our lives and in our business, and then we just move. We just keep moving. Motion without direction is you inevitably getting lost. You're not going to get to the place where you want to go to. Then you get to the end of the year and you ask yourself, what did I do wrong? You did something wrong at the beginning of every month. You never stopped. You never aligned. You never did a recap and reset yourself to make sure that you're bringing yourself back into alignment. Or at the very least, if you have gone into a new direction, making sure that you understand the direction that you're going into and intentionally go after it. Life is about systems, it's about processes, it's about understanding that if I'm going in this direction, these are the steps that I want to follow and I need to keep following them. If I veer off track, do I want to stay there? If so, how am I going to continue to progressively get better on that track? And if I don't, how do I get myself back on track? Are we in line? Are we in line? Heart signs, thumbs up, and yes, we're in it. All right, so let's get into today's session. First of all, I want us to recap on the thing that we did right at the beginning. If you did not go through this session, please make sure you went through the session. It is free, so everybody, whether you are a paying premium member or not, this is something we all have access to as we are part of the community. This is your business vision guide. If you said, I'm going to earn more income this year, this is the thing that you should have gone through. It has a masterclass attached to it. Please make sure, if you scroll back, we'll pin it if you want to, so that you can see it on the Club Shares community, how you set your goals for the year. Now, just a quick recap of the important things that we spoke about during this, okay? What we wanted to do for this was to set out the vision. What is it that you want to achieve? How much do you want to achieve? How much do you want to earn? And what are your monthly targets, right? Because after this, we then asked ourselves, what am I practically going to do? What am I going to sell? Do I have something? We brainstormed it. And even if you start saying, I don't have any products, I don't have any services, you can start to ask yourself questions. You can start to do your research. And if you've been in the research phase, you can call yourself to order and say that, okay, ma'am, we've done our research. Let's get into action. Okay. So we set the vision and said that by the end of this year, this is the type of lifestyle I want for myself. This is what I want to achieve. And this is why I want to achieve this. Because if we don't anchor our goals to a reason why we want to achieve them, we will honestly throw our goals to the side and not do anything about it, because there's nothing that we stand to lose. There's nothing that we stand to gain from achieving these goals. But for me, it's like, I want to take my kids to school. I need to buy another car. I need, these are things that they deeply daily life, not just for myself, but for my entire family. And this is why these goals are important. So if I throw these goals to the side, I'm not just throwing away something I like to the side. I'm throwing away what the impact is for me and my kids and everybody who's involved. Right? It's not just me. Nyaki and myself, when we set goals for our business, if we throw our business to the side, we're throwing away six other salaries, right? It's not just our own. So there's reasons why we want to achieve the goals that we want to achieve, and gets you involved. The only thing that is not involved in you writing your goals down is your taste, right? It gets all your senses involved. You see it, you hear it as you speak to yourself, speak it out loud, write it down, touch it, feel it, like have a sense of emotion attached to it. And that's why we write down our goals as well. So please, if you have not done this, download this, do it without the masterclass. This workbook works without the masterclass as well, but just do it. It takes bravery to just write it down, but you know what? No one's going to see it other than you. So you don't have to worry about it. Then we set out our dream income. What is it that we want to earn per month? What are the expenses that we have per month currently? And what is the goal income that we want to have at the end of the year? It's very important that we don't forget that there's monthly expenses tied to how much income we want to generate. So we always remain cognizant of that, because you can say, I want to earn 70,000, but you have 50,000 Rand fixed expenses. So at the end of the day, you're actually only going to earn 20. So you always need to have some sort of anchor that's going to, or something that you have in respect to something else, to make sure that you are closing the gap that you effectively want to close with the income that you want to generate. A lot of us said we want to have a 6-figure income. A lot of us said that I want to earn 100K per month. I want to earn 1.2 at the end of the year. Okay. Then we went into the strategy. This is where we're going to be today. You said, I want to earn 100K, but what am I actually going to do to earn that 100K? How many hourly coaching sessions am I going to have? How many, books am I going to sell? How many events am I going to have? This breakdown is something that's actually quite fluid, right? If you went through last month and none of this happened, you go back and you readjust this page, and you readjust it according to this 5-minute assessment. Okay, this is where you live. It's all about the strategy. At the end of the session, you must have a strategy. It's like, okay, this is what I'm going to try this month. If this does not work, we're going to come back and realign in the new month. And then after that, we're just going to map out my routine in terms of, am I going to put up a new offer? Do I need to work on my marketing systems? Do I need to automate? This is great because you know exactly which masterclass must I watch inside of the membership, so I can do the thing I need to do and target, targeted response, not just you being all over the place. All right. So if you have not filled in this workbook, please go back and fill out your goal setting workbook so that you know what it is that you want to achieve this year. Did anyone in the session fill it out, or even just think about it? Let me know. Who hasn't? Thumbs down if you haven't, thumbs up if you did. I'm seeing some thumbs down, but do you see why you need to? You need to because we're flying blind. We are currently flying blind. We've set it in our hearts and in our minds that we're going to achieve 100K, but we have no strategy. No strategy, we have no targets. We don't even know which part of the membership we should be focusing on in order for us to help you. You know, which masterclass do you need? You don't know, all right? Okay, so whether you've done this or not, let's do the 5-minute monthly planner. You ready? Thumbs up, hearts. Are you ready for the 5 minutes? Cool. Zano, let's see. Dude in the building, Norma in the building, Pufile is here. Zubaida is also saying yes. Awesome. So let's get started with the 5-minute planner. Literally takes you 5 minutes. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to look at your monthly objectives. You're going to list the specific things you want to achieve this month, right, in 2026. So if you're talking about, you're going to look backwards. In March, what did you want to achieve? And did you actually achieve that? Now, when you reflect over it, did you actually achieve those? Right? What were your thoughts on your ability to achieve those objectives? So if you said 100K per month, and last month was like a 26,000 Rand month, reflect on it. Reflect on, did I achieve it? Did I do the work that I said I was supposed to do to achieve it? Very short, and just write it in. So whatever's white, you can write over whatever you need to write as your answer. And that's the thing, is we never sit at the gateway of, we never close the door of the month behind us and open the door to the month ahead of us, because we never sit and we never think about our goals. We never think about our achievements. We never think about our missed opportunities from the month behind us. And that's why we never walk into the new month prepared with strategy, with clarity and intention. So that's why we do this 5-minute planner. Okay, so you think the month behind me, what were my objectives? And when I reflect on my objectives, what did I actually do? Did I achieve them? Did I not achieve them? Sometimes you might think to yourself that they weren't actually realistic. They weren't realistic because I'm going from 10,000 to 100,000. Maybe I should adjust to say that, let me grow by 10,000 a month. And then by the end of the year, I would reach my 100K a month goal. Make sense? Does that make sense? Can you see how incrementally we are actually getting better? We are very intentional about growing. Guys, it takes 5 minutes. People often think that, oh, it doesn't take all of that to achieve your goals. It really does. And it's actually not even a lot of work. You're being lazy if you don't take time to reflect. And you're losing out on so many gems in your life if you don't take time to reflect. You're losing out on all of the lessons. You are not consciously learning and getting better. You're making achievements by mistake. Therefore, you will never go past a certain level. You never go past your incompetency. You are unconsciously incompetent because you're not reflecting. I know that word is very, very triggering, but it's the truth. We remain ignorant because we don't want to learn from the lessons that the Lord has taken us through in the month. Make sense? Guys, I'm shouting so much this year. Yes. Am I still shouting? Wow, my words are sharp. All right. Then let's go over our achievements for the month. It's true, right? That is so sharp. Then let's look at the past month's achievements. One thing we tend to do, especially as Black women, I'm so sorry, actually all cultures of women, just women in general, we don't celebrate the small wins. We really don't. You know, if you go from having 60 sales last month to 90 sales last month, you didn't reach 100, but you have improved. It is worth celebrating. It's such a sad thing when you see somebody who's incrementally getting better and better and they don't celebrate the small wins, because the big wins come from small ones stacked together. And because we don't see them, you get more of what you are able to see and what you focus on. Because we're focusing on the bad things, we keep wondering, why do bad things keep happening to me? Because we never plant the seed of achievement and success in our hearts and in our minds. Therefore, we just never grow. You have to keep watering it. If you don't see that the seed that you planted has sprouted, it's not the tree, but it has sprouted, then you will never keep watering it, and then you will miss the opportunity to make that seedling grow into a big tree. Does that make sense? That's what counting the small wins is about. It's seeing that there's a sprout. My little seed, it did sprout. It is not, I don't have apples from the tree yet, but it did sprout. That's what the small little achievements are about. So you go through and you say, what are the achievements? Go through it week by week, go through your emails, go through your social media, go through your sales, and just quickly see like, what is it? Off the top of your mind, what did I actually achieve last time? Oh, I was consistent with my content. Yes. All right. Now that I've been consistent with my content, how can I build off of that one? Now, list them objectively. I achieved, and then reflect on the achievement. Because if we don't reflect on the achievement, we can't say, oh, okay, yes, I watered a bit less. You know, I posted every single month. You know, I can continue with that. It's a really good thing. Build on top of those wins. Okay. All right. Then the last and the most magical part is now when you look at everything that you have done, right? My objectives, did I meet my objectives? What achievements did I have? And then finally, missed opportunities. Where did I miss the opportunity? Now, I'm going to speak about Pumza because we actually had a strategy session with Pumza. Pumza achieved being consistent with her content, but the missed opportunity was to use that content to grow her email list. Yes, she posted every single week. She was there, but she didn't use a mini chat automation, or she didn't use that to direct traffic to her website. That was the missed opportunity. Did she achieve something? Yes. But was there an opportunity to build off of that? Yes. So when we reflect off of that, it's like, okay, so I didn't use that opportunity to grow my email list for my content. When I reflect on it, is to say, what am I going to do about it? It means that when I can go, she can actually go back and put those triggers there. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, moving forward, I'm never going to post a piece of content without using it to either sell, grow my email list, or do something about it. Does that make sense? Because your strategy moving forward is all about taking that last bit at the bottom. The problem is that many of us go straight to thinking about the missed opportunities without first starting with objectives. Objectives are objective, right? Our objectives are objective. Like we don't use like our emotions in it. It is say, I wanted to achieve 1,000 rand this month. That was one of the objectives that I wanted to reach. Objectively, did I reach it? No. Achievement, I did make 900 rand though. Missed opportunity, I think I only made 900. I missed it by 100 rand because I didn't use my content to sell. So I'm going to use my content to sell so that next month, my objective of meeting 1,000 rand, I can actually reach it because I'm doing something. I'm building off of what I did last month. So a lot of us, when you reflect on your month and you start with the missed opportunities, you start to speak negatively about yourself before you have planted down the seeds of positivity, before you have counted all the ways you have won, before you see the small wins that you can build on top of, you are already putting manure on yourself. It is very important that you start off first at the right place. Start with, what was the original goal? What did I actually do to move close to my goal? And then you say, what were the missed opportunities that I can build off of in the new month? Make sense? That's the masterclass, guys. That's the class. We're finished. Just like that, right? So as you can see, the anchor of this entire conversation starts off with you knowing that at the beginning of the year, I set out my goal to achieve this, right? And from this, I set out my strategy, which was these products, selling this many, and this was the target that I then reached for myself per month. Now, looking at this, let me reflect on that with my planner. If I've achieved it, great. That means that I need to set bigger, higher goals. If I missed it, then I need to focus on this filling in the missed opportunities that I had. Because for some of you, you said that I'm going to sell an ebook and I'm going to have master classes and I'm going to have a live event. And you did none of that. Then your missed opportunities are, guys, I did nothing that I said I was going to do last month. So what I'm going to do is I missed out on having a webinar. I missed out on having an event. I missed out on selling my product. So as a reflection, I'm going to do that this year, this month. This month, I'm actually going to go back and make sure I do those things so that when I reflect on this thing again at the end of this month, I know that I've done those things and I'm only improving. Make sense? Make sense? Yes? I'm so excited for you. Can I please tell you that I'm so excited for you? Are we done already? Yes, it is that simple. It doesn't take long for you to reflect and move forward. It really doesn't. You honestly can afford just 30 minutes at the beginning of every month. You honestly can. Because that 30 minutes could be the reason why you're missing out on the growth in your business. Just that 30 minutes. So what's going to happen is next month, at the end of this month, we're going to meet again. We're going to revise on those goals. And then I want everybody to come back and say, this is what I did. This is what I did. And I want you to come back with the problems. I want you to come back and say, I'm missing this. Kopano, you know, I did the ads. It didn't really work out for me the way that I wanted to. Oh, guys, this is what I'm thinking about. I wanted to do monthly webinars, but the webinars aren't working for me. Is there another strategy that I can use? Let's be progressive. Let's be progressive every month, because every month I want to see that, okay, we increased our prices last month. We doubled our prices. We've doubled our income. Now we're meeting new problems, new levels, new devils. That's what they say. We want every month we're coming back, we're loading ammunition, and we're just like, okay, new levels, new devils. How are we shooting them down this month? Make sense? So where do you find it? We'll pin the post. It is in the membership. So this one is free. So even if you're a paying member or not a paying member, you do have access to it. The masterclass is the targeted masterclass. Like, do you need to run ads? Do you need to, run a webinar? Do you need to put up social media content? Those are part of the premium membership. But for you to plan, planning is free. Planning is free. I mean that both from a membership perspective as well as from a life perspective. Planning imahala. You have no excuse not to plan. Any questions, anyone? Any questions, suggestions, or comments before we close up this masterclass? You got 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm seeing Dudu's face. Dudu, can I please say that your cover image is so pretty? It's so inviting. I just want to talk to you because you have such an inviting cover image. All right, guys. I don't see any questions. I don't see any suggestions or comments. So thank you very much for joining us for this planning session. Next month, targeted. I want you to see the same people here plus more. Targeted. So go back into the membership, let people know that you were here. This is what you learned. We are going to load the replay in just before the end of the day, because this is today's Monday's mandate, is to go back and plan. And I want to see that you've actually done this. So the replay will have this 5-minute monthly planner, so you can put it there. Happiness. It's past. Goodbye, good people.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.